What if Chi-Chi like Gohan trained part 4? Before the video starts, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe and share. Let's reach 10,000 subscribers. Make sure to check me out on Twitter, Discord, and my Patreon. Now let's get into the video. It has been 7 years since the events of Cell. And in this What If series, Gohan has not stopped training since those events, like the original. Also, Goku did not die, so there is no Super Saiyan 3 and no Fusion Dance. Gohan would be training still, but he's also focusing on school a lot. And yes, Goten would still be a little prodigy and he would still get Super Saiyan. But there's a difference though. There is no Gotenks. Remember, as there is no Fusion Dance, Goku has never learned it, so how could he teach them? So, Gohan will be focusing on school, training with Goten a lot, as Goten is actually a lot more powerful in this What If, since Gohan trains with them a lot of times. Now, Gohan obviously does his own solo training and a lot of meditating. He does meditate a lot with Piccolo, and he's actually been training a lot with his father and a lot with Vegeta actually, as Vegeta of course wants to catch up to them all, and a lot of it would be really peaceful and really enjoyable. Chi-Chi would be happy with this, as Chi-Chi is proud of her son for continuing his love for martial arts, and he does enjoy school and learning. So this is actually very improvement, and this Gohan is not rusty and extremely weak like he was in the Buu saga, because Akira Toriyama ruined his character. So, this What If though, Supreme Kai actually knows them. Remember from the original. Supreme Kai actually knows them from the previous What If, so they're actually friends and they've known each other for a while, so he's friends with the Z-Fighter gang. So he's friends with them all, and he knows them. Now, Supreme Kai would appear at the tournament, very much to the original, but they would not be surprised as to who he is, they would all know him. Now, they already knew that he needed something, as it was pretty urgent why he would just appear out of nowhere. Now, he explains who Babidi is, and the origins of him, and the fact that he's holding a container that is holding the most evil creature in the entire universe, Majin Buu, and the fact that he's trying to gather energy to release it. And once he's released, he will wreak havoc on the entire universe, as he is also the creature who has killed all of his brothers and sisters, the other Kais, only leaving him left. But luckily, he has been able to find Babidi's ship nearby, so Goku, Vegeta, and Gohan would leave finding the ship. This is where a lot would change, as Vegeta would not allow himself to be taken over by Babidi, though Babidi would still try, as Vegeta was still not exactly completely pure. But the reason why Vegeta would not be taken over, much to the dismay of probably some of the commenters, is because Vegeta does not have that just damaged pride. He is not spiteful and hatred, as he can never have his dream match against Goku. He can fight Goku whenever he wants, because Goku's still alive. They've already had a match together. So, they've already had matches, and they've already fought all the time. They train together. So, Vegeta's not as spiteful and angry and damaged pride, I'm in your shadow, as the original. So Vegeta would be trying to get taken over, but he would not allow it. He would go Super Saiyan like the original, and he would actually overpower Babidi. So Babidi, not much more else to really do, since Pui Pui and Yakon are dead. Dabura would be jumped in to go fight them, and hold them off long enough so he can gather all the energy that they've been collecting to release Buu. This time, when Gohan fights Dabura, this is where the fight really changes. Gohan isn't as weak as he was in the original. He was beyond stronger at this point. For Gohan, then this is just lowballing Gohan a little bit, considering he's been training for 7 years. He has not been training as ungodly hard as Goku and Vegeta has, because he does take some time out of his day to focus on school and to learn. But it doesn't really matter anyway, because his potential is so busted that Gohan, even if he does basic training every now and again, and it's been stated here and there, he can keep his current power. And in a short time of some pretty rough training with Piccolo for a very short time, he was able to regain his power back from being super weak. So imagine if he just trains pretty moderate on the regular every day, alongside battling sparring partners such as Goku, Vegeta, Goten. Gohan's gotten way more powerful. Not as powerful as he would be if he trained non-stop like Goku and Vegeta did, but he's still far surpassing his father and Vegeta at this current point. Power scaling wise, I'm going to put him as strong as Super Vegito. Gohan is extremely powerful. This is him in his aka Beast Mystic form. as how powerful I'm putting Gohan as. He is extremely powerful, just for doing on and off training. So, during the fight with Dabura, Dabura would have no chance and he would get one shot by Gohan. It's not even a debate. Gohan would not mess with him, he would not joke with him. One shot, Dabura is dead, or one Masenko, he's gone. Now, Babidi, who was scared of what was going to happen, he was lucky enough that Buu had just enough energy to be released. Now, Fat Buu was awakened. Babidi, who laughed insanely, thought that he won, commanded Buu to kill the 3 Saiyans. Buu was excited, as Vegeta would scoff, saying this blob was weak. As Goku thinks otherwise, his power was hidden, and it feels very explosive if they're not careful. Gohan agreed that he will fight the Buu creature himself. Gohan would go Super Saiyan, and he would go into Super Saiyan 2, and he would begin battling Majin Buu. And he would be slapping Buu around without much of an issue, but Buu was odd. He kept on healing, and he had strange abilities. Gohan agrees that this Buu creature is extremely powerful, and he's such a strange creature. He has the ability to heal any injury, and his body is not normal. It's like a giant thing of goo and Play-Doh. So no matter what he's doing to him, it's not killing him. So, or doing any damage at all. So Gohan thinks that he's going to have to upgrade. Now, Gohan would then go into his mystic form, and he would really start beating down on Buu, but Goku and Gohan senses the same thing. They're sensing that Buu is not pure evil, and that something's happening to Buu, as Buu begins steaming a lot. And gave back up, as they're confused about what's happening. Even Babidi is confused, as Buu is screaming a pure anger, as Buu was losing the battle, and it would make him snap. As then, Evil Buu was born. Now, Good Buu and Evil Buu would begin slapping each other all around in the sky. Sadly, though, Evil Buu was more powerful, as Fat Buu would shoot an energy beam, or a candy beam, right at Evil Buu, but he would blow it back, and it would hit Good Buu, turning him into chocolate. As Evil Buu would eat it, he would then laugh and begin transforming. As they see the power surging, Super Buu was born. Now, both of them would be insanely shocked to see like what just happened. He just split into 2 different people, and one just ate the other one. That's so confusing. But Goku says to not worry about that right now. This guy, whatever Buu turned into, he's different. He's not the good-hearted feeling one that he senses. All he senses now is pure evil and menacing. And not to mention too, Goku states that his power has skyrocketed from the original. And Vegeta even comments that he's bigger and not as blobby and fat. He actually looks like a real challenge, as cocky Vegeta. Now Babidi would command Buu, saying if you're still under my chain, you will do as I say, go attack them now. Buu would not move, and he would just stand there staring into nothing, as Babidi would then growl, and he would say, are you not listening to me? I told you to go boom. Buu would then shoot a ki beam, blowing Babidi mid-sentence away. As they were pretty shocked, Buu says that Buu no takes order from him. As remember, his speech is not the best. But now, Gohan would then charge up his mystic form, and he knows that this guy is no joke, he needs to take this seriously. The Fat Buu was not pure evil, and he was just acting like a child. This one is a lot more different. Now, he had the ability to absorb people. Remember that. Buu has the ability to absorb people. Now, this is where a difference happens. When Gohan fights Super Buu, he was easily slapping Super Buu around, as even though Super Buu was far more powerful, if Gohan is as strong as Super Vegito, especially in the mystic form, Super Buu doesn't really have a chance at all. Not even touching a chance. But none of them knew that he had his absorption ability and he can absorb beings. So Super Buu would actually get his antenna cut off, and he would actually trick Gohan and absorb him. Now Goku and Vegeta doesn't know what's happening, but Buu calls the blob back into himself, and he would take Gohan's power. Buu would then scream as pink lightning was shooting all over the universe in the sky, as his power skyrockets to new levels. Goku and Vegeta would stare in shock as they don't know what just happened. Goku states he has the ability to absorb people? There's no way. And Vegeta was scoffed as he's like, this could be very bad considering that Gohan was the strongest out of all of us. And he just got absorbed. So, this is bad. Buuhan was born. Now, Goku and Vegeta don't have much of a choice. They don't know the Potara fusion or the fusion dance. They're going to have to try to fight this guy. Now, Goku would go into his mystic form, and Vegeta would actually begin charging up and begin screaming as he would go into his mystic form as well. Yes, during the 7 years, Vegeta got the mystic form himself. As both of them attack Mystic Gohan, they were able to give him some little enjoyment, but he was holding back and he was easily tossing them around. Now, before he could finish them, Supreme Kai would save them using the Kai technique, but Buu was going to find them very soon as he senses their energy and he was chasing right after them. Now, Elder Kai and the Supreme Kai would then quickly try to explain the Potara fusion, and Goku understands that, and that'll sound awesome, all up until Vegeta hears that he has to merge with Goku. Obviously, Vegeta's going to have his arms crossed and not want to do it at all. Goku would beg him, saying they don't have a choice. If they don't, he's going to kill everybody. He's going to kill his darling Bulma and Trunks and everybody else that Vegeta loves. And Vegeta's obviously said, don't drag them into this. And once when they start putting the earrings on, Vegeta will agree to do it. He starts putting the earrings on as Gohan has found them. But now Gohan will start charging in. Goku says, remember Vegeta, once we do this fusion, we will be stuck like this forever. As Vegeta says, what, you tell me that now? Don't you think this is important information? Just like the original. As they would get the earrings on, Goku would thank him as they would fuse into a whole other being. A true Chad, per se. As they finally formed into Vegito. Now, most of the beginning fight with Vegito being in base happens the exact same as the original, with them making cocky jokes back and forth, Vegito getting warmed up in his body, you know, stretching and that kind of thing, getting tossed around a little bit. But now he will get serious, as Vegito claimed that he cannot allow him to hurt anybody else, as Vegito would give the beating of a lifetime to Gohan while cracking jokes. Now, during this time, in Vegito's mystic form, he would allow himself to get absorbed on purpose so he can go try to save Gohan and them, as he used a ki barrier. Now, during the little adventure, they would actually defuse, because once they dropped the ki barrier, the magic, or the new retcon, the timer ran out. But I'm going to just say the magic for my own sanity. So that the magic ran out, and they ran out of the fusion, so now it is split. But Goku and Vegeta would be able to go through the body, and they would be able to find Gohan, and they would see Fat Buu as well. Now, in there, Goku and Vegeta would be able to free both of them, as Vegeta would have the same scene where he rips Fat Buu from Majin Buu. Now, once when they would escape, Goku and Vegeta would then carry Gohan and Fat Buu in these cocoons and drop them off, as both of them were knocked out. Now, remember, Super Buu would be screaming in pure agony as they would be watching it. He would begin to transform and shrink, but they're sensing his power go up, oddly. Now, then Kid Buu was formed. Now in this, Kid Buu automatically sees Goku and Vegeta, and he'll begin fighting them. Now, Goku would take the fight to Kid Buu. Now in this what if, Goku is far stronger than he was during a Super Saiyan 3 against Kid Buu, and he does not have a stamina issue, and on top of that, Vegeta is just as strong as Goku with the mystic form as well. Now, with the help of Vegeta, I do feel like him and Vegeta would be able to easily kill off Kid Buu. So that Kid Buu is not much stronger than the original, but Goku and Vegeta are far more powerful than what they were in the original. Plus, both of them together, they would be able to easily defeat Kid Buu. So now, during this, meaning that Mr. Satan won't be as popular as he was for killing Kid Buu. But that doesn't matter anyway, he can still lie and say he did it like usual. As peace was brought back to Earth, Gohan focused on school. Now, yes, he did fall in love with Videl, and the same goes on into Battle of Gods. Pretty much the same thing would go on as the original, albeit a few things would change, with Goku, Vegeta, and Gohan fighting Beerus in their own battles. They would actually do a lot more better in the original, especially with Goku fighting Beerus for the first time. He would actually do a lot more better, but he would still get knocked out with about 3 to 5 blows, probably the similar thing. Vegeta would actually do a lot more powerful, as he got angry when Beerus smacked Bulma, but it's still not enough to beat Beerus at all, and the same thing with Gohan. Beerus is way too powerful. Now, during this, Videl was still pregnant, and they would still do the Saiyan ritual on Goku. And Goku would turn into the Super Saiyan God, and he would still defeat Beerus, I'm just joking. He did not defeat Beerus in this what if. Beerus is still the strongest, but he did do a lot more better than what he would have in the original. Remember, Goku was a lot more powerful, but it does not mean that he can touch Beerus yet. Beerus is obviously still holding back a lot, and he would still defeat Goku. And the timer will run out anyway. But Beerus will let the Earth go, as he understands that, well, you know what? The food is really good, plus these guys are actually kind of strong, so they're going to bring some pretty good entertainment. So now, yes, Gohan would then go back to school, as Goku and Vegeta would actually go back with Whis to go train. Now, Gohan would actually stay on Earth since Videl was pregnant, but this is where a shift will definitely change, joining the rival of F. Frieza was brought back as the original, and he trains pretty much per usual. But once Gohan would fight him, this is where a lot would change. Gohan has been working, but he has been training quite often as well, on his free time, not to get rusty and to keep on getting stronger and stronger with Vegeta and his father, who were getting trained by an angel. Gohan doesn't want to fall too far behind, and he has to protect Earth while Goku and Vegeta are gone as well, so he knows a sense of responsibility. So, during this time, with the battle with Frieza, Gohan's busted potential is so insane that even with moderate training, he can grow so much more powerful, and that's exactly what's happening here. So when he does fight Frieza, he actually makes Frieza be able to be forced to use his golden form. But before they could really start getting into it, they were actually pretty even in power. Goku and Vegeta would appear, and Goku would help his son and turn Super Saiyan Blue. Remember, these Goku and Vegeta is a lot more powerful than the original, so they would be able to easily defeat Frieza alongside with Gohan teaming up. Frieza doesn't have much of a chance against these powerhouses, and Frieza would then be destroyed, as peace was restored to Earth for now. And that is it for this What If, you guys. Thank you all for watching. Let's reach 10,000 subscribers, and I will talk to you all later.